Welcome back, brave souls. In part 1, we uncovered some of the most chilling haunted spots in West Virginia. But we're not done yet. In this second half, we dive even deeper into the eerie and unexplained. Prepare yourself, because the next haunted places will truly send a shiver down your spine. Let's continue our journey into the darkness. Number 11. Camden Park in Huntington. At first glance, it's just a cheerful, old-fashioned amusement park, the kind filled with laughter, bright lights, and childhood memories. But behind the aging rides and peeling paint lies a darker tale. Built near Native American burial grounds and close to sites of Civil War violence, Camden Park has long been whispered about as a place where the past refuses to rest. Employees speak of unexplained footsteps when the park is empty, sudden cold gusts on warm days, and laughter echoing from rides that haven't operated in years. The ghost of a little girl is said to appear near the carousel, vanishing the moment you approach. Some even claim to have seen shadowy figures riding the roller coasters, long after the park has closed for the night. At Camden Park, joy and fear dance hand in hand. And once you hear the whispers in the dark, you'll never hear children's laughter the same way again. Number 12. Riverview Cemetery. Perched on a quiet hillside overlooking Parkersburg, this cemetery is far more than a resting place for the dead. It's a gateway to the unknown. Established in the 1800s, it holds the remains of Civil War soldiers, local legends, and forgotten souls. But some say, not all of them stayed buried. Visitors often report ghostly figures moving between headstones, strange lights flickering in the darkness, and a heavy, suffocating silence that seems to press against the skin. The most chilling tale is of the Weeping Woman, a dark figure seen kneeling at a grave, crying softly, until you get too close, and she vanishes. Some nights, a dense fog rolls in from the river, swallowing the cemetery whole, and those who enter say they feel time slow down, like something is watching, waiting. Riverview Cemetery isn't just haunted, it's alive with restless energy, and those who disturb it may not walk away alone. Number 13. Beckley Exhibition, Coal Mine. Deep beneath the quiet town of Beckley lies a world of darkness, a labyrinth of cold, damp tunnels where time stands still, and the dead whisper in the silence. Once a working coal mine in the early 20th century, it witnessed countless accidents, collapses, and deaths. Men buried alive, never to see daylight again. Today, it operates as a tourist attraction, but many say the spirits of those miners still linger in the depths. Guides report hearing the sound of pickaxes striking stone, even when no one is inside. Visitors claim they've seen shadowy figures in old mining uniforms, staring from the tunnels, then vanishing without a trace. The temperature drops suddenly, voices echo from empty shafts, and some people feel an icy breath on the back of their necks, though no one is there. Beckley's mine may no longer dig for coal, but it still holds something buried far deeper: grief, fear, and the souls that never made it out. Number 14. Wheeling Tunnel. Thousands of cars pass through it every day, unaware that this unassuming stretch of concrete in West Virginia holds a chilling secret. Built in the mid-20th century, the Wheeling Tunnel has long been the center of strange tales, of accidents that seem to repeat themselves, of cars that vanish without a trace, and of a ghostly woman in white seen walking the roadside, only to disappear when headlights hit her. Locals whisper of a construction worker entombed behind the walls during a collapse, his spirit forever trapped in concrete. Drivers have reported hearing screams echoing through the tunnel when they're alone. and some feel an overwhelming sense of dread as soon as they enter, like they're being watched from the shadows. The lights flicker, the air grows colder, and time seems to bend. The wheeling tunnel isn't just a passageway through rock. It may also be a passage to something much darker, where the living and the dead share the same road. Number 15. Blue Sulfur Springs Pavilion. Standing eerily alone in a desolate Greenbrier County field, this crumbling Greek revival structure is all that remains of a once thriving 19th century resort. But the laughter and luxury that once filled the air have long since rotted into silence. And something far more sinister. The Sulfur Springs, once believed to have healing powers, now bubble beneath the pavilion like something alive, exhaling a foul, unnatural stench. Locals claim to hear ghostly whispers echoing through the columns, pleas for help, sobbing, even screams. Some believe Confederate soldiers who died nearby never left. Others say a secret society once performed dark rituals under the pavilion at night, and that their energy still stains the soil. Visitors report intense nausea, unexplained scratches, and a feeling of being dragged back, as if the past refuses to let them go. Blue Sulfur Springs isn't just a ruin, it's a beacon for the restless dead, and if you stand there too long, you might never leave whole. Number 16. Hotel Morgan in Morgantown. Elegant by design, but haunted by history. Since its opening in 1925, this grand hotel has welcomed presidents, performers, and travelers. But some guests checked in and never checked out. Beneath its polished floors and vintage charm lies a chilling presence. The most notorious ghost? A woman in white seen wandering the halls of the upper floors, her face veiled in sorrow. Guests have reported hearing footsteps pacing above them when no one is staying in the rooms, lights flickering without cause, and whispers echoing through empty corridors. Elevators move on their own, phones ring with no caller, and shadows shift in the corners of your eye, then vanish when you turn. Some believe the hotel sits on cursed land. Others say its walls have simply absorbed too much grief over the decades. Whatever the truth is, Hotel Morgan holds its secrets tight. Just pray you're not staying on the 5th floor, where the air is colder and the nightmares feel all too real. Number 17. Cheat Lake. Beneath its glassy, peaceful surface lies a darkness that few dare to speak of. Locals whisper that this man-made lake in Monongalia County was created over drowned homes, entire communities swallowed by rising waters when the Cheat River was dammed. Some say the spirits of those buried beneath the lake still reach upward, unsettled and unseen. Swimmers have reported icy hands brushing their legs, even on the warmest days. Boaters speak of sudden fogs that roll in from nowhere, cutting visibility to zero, and strange voices calling from the mist. Most chilling of all are the sightings of a ghostly woman in tattered white, seen walking the shoreline at dusk, weeping softly before vanishing into the trees. Fishermen claim to hook objects too heavy to lift, only for their lines to snap mysteriously. Cheat Lake may look serene under the sun, but as night falls, its secrets rise, and those who stare too long into its depths might just feel something staring back. Number 18. The General Lewis Inn in Lewisburg. This charming colonial-style hotel may look like a peaceful step back in time, but behind its antique beauty lies something far more unsettling. Built in the 1830s, the inn sits on ground soaked in Civil War blood and centuries of buried stories. Guests often speak of sudden chills in room 208, where a ghostly woman is said to appear at the foot of the bed, dressed in 19th century mourning clothes. She doesn't speak. She just stares. Staff have witnessed furniture moving on its own, radios turning on without power, and the scent of lavender filling empty rooms. Some even report hearing disembodied voices having full conversations in the dead of night. The inn's antique decor isn't just for show. Many believe these relics carry energy from another time, binding restless spirits to the halls. At the General Lewis Inn, you don't just sleep near history, you sleep with it. And some say, when you wake up, you're not alone. Number 19. Fairfax Stone State Park. At the edge of civilization, where West Virginia meets the unknown, stands a small, unassuming stone marker. But don't be fooled. This ancient boundary stone is more than just a geographic landmark. For centuries, the land around it has been steeped in mystery and blood. Native legends speak of spirits that roam the forest here, guardians of sacred ground disturbed by surveyors long ago. Visitors report hearing whispers in languages no one can understand, strange figures watching from the trees, and the feeling of being followed, even when completely alone. Some say if you touch the stone at midnight, you'll feel a pulse, like it's alive. The air grows unnaturally still, wildlife vanishes, and shadows shift against the moonlight. A few have entered the woods at night and returned shaken, unable to speak of what they saw. At Fairfax Stone, the boundaries don't just mark land, they mark the thin, crumbling line between the living and the dead. Step too close, and something ancient might follow you home. Number 20. The Old Stone Presbyterian Church in Lewisburg. Built in 1796, this ancient structure is one of the oldest churches in West Virginia and one of its most haunted. During the Civil War, the church was used as a hospital for dying soldiers, and the pews, once soaked in blood, now creak under the weight of something unseen. Visitors have reported cold spots in the sanctuary, even in the heat of summer, and whispers floating through the air when no one is speaking. The graveyard beside the church holds centuries of sorrow, and at night, figures in tattered uniforms have been seen wandering between the headstones, searching for something or someone they lost long ago. The bell in the steeple has been known to ring by itself, especially on stormy nights, as if calling the dead to worship. At the Old Stone Church, the veil between this world and the next is paper thin. And if you linger too long, you might find yourself praying for more than just salvation. You'll pray to make it out alive. And that wraps up our terrifying tour of West Virginia's haunted locations. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, these chilling spots have left their mark on history. If you dare, perhaps it's time to visit them yourself. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more spine-tingling content. Stay haunted, my friends.